Back to another video. Today we are back with the Volvo, which is showing battery charging failure, service urgent. The battery is charging at 14.8 volts. The battery is fully charged. We are looking at 2 faults. If I go into report, we are showing in the central electrical module software incompatibility with ECM, PCM, system internal faults, general checksum fault. Now that can be caused by a chip modification to the ECU. The vehicle may have been chipped. And the ECU control module though says lost communication with generator control module, bus signal message faults, message missing. Now that is pin 75 of the ECU to the alternator. I've checked that, I've done a drop test on it. There is nothing wrong with the wire. This is now the 3rd alternator the garage has put on this car, and it keeps coming back with this fault even though it is charging at 14.8. Now a dumb alternator, so that's when you unplug it, will be 13.8. so even that reading is wrong. Now if I get into this, if I go into, so we can test this, CEM, right, if I go special functions and I go to load data, I can do quick test of alternator. Okay, so we want to do an automatic test. Press start. Okay, and it will just gives you some instructions on what it's going to do. So the battery charge 81%, okay, which it needs to have for its test. Okay, and the voltage, as you can see, is 14.26. Now what it's going to do, if I go start, it will change the state of charge on this battery. So first of all, it has to settle down. You have to switch everything else off with the engine running. Just leave the engine running and it will settle down. Okay, and then once it's done that, it will start the test. So the voltage now is 13.6, so that alternator has been disconnected from the ECU, and the scan tool is now going to control it. So it'll start the test. So down in this bottom corner down here will be a state of charge, so there's 60. Okay, now we should see the voltage change. So there's 13.28. Okay, but the actual voltage, as you can see, is 14. Then it goes to 40% charge. So notice that the ECU is seeing 1395, 1387, when the actual voltage is 14.6. So there is definitely something wrong inside that ECU. Now as the state of charge drops, so now we're looking at 20%, okay, that battery voltage should increase, which it is. I've got my finger in the way. Yeah, which it is. Okay, so 14.9. Test results, alternator is approved and works properly. Now this is controlled by the CEM. So it's controlled the voltage going into that, what is coming out of the alternator. Okay, now as you can see, like 14.94 was the last one, which is what we actually saw on that reading. Okay, so 14.94 is virtually 15. So that's telling me that the CEM is working. It's controlling the alternator via the battery monitoring system, but that ECU says battery charging failure. Okay, so I think we have an ECU fault. So the next thing to do will be to get another ECU, do an emo off on it, and then plug that one in, adapt it to the vehicle, and we'll take it from there. Okay, thank you for watching.